questions. We're going to start with VP. Great one. Okay. And VP, thank you so much for coming on to the show. As always, you are the counterpoint to my point in a lot of ways. Always very positive. I think that's why I enjoy our conversations a lot, is because a lot of like my directness and I guess American brashness, if you will, is always offset by your British level-headed and sophistication, if you will. And I just want to say thank you again for participating in the show. And we've gone over a lot. A lot has happened. Let's get your closing thoughts on everything that we discussed today.
It's always a pleasure to join you. I've just had various life experiences, unfortunately, that's humbled me through time, which is the reason why I'm so level-headed. But
yeah,
I appreciate the sentiment. On the scenario or the matter in hand, obviously, I've given my 2 cents worth, or more than 2 cents worth at this point. I still think that it's going to take some time to heal from just like the way that everything's transpired. Not so much that it's transpired. Business is business. The game is the game, as they say. But ultimately, it's going to take some time just to sort of get this taste out of my mouth from the way that things have happened. Really, the only closing thoughts I have is I want to wish you guys on your side of the pond a happy Thanksgiving. I know that's real soon for you guys. So I hope you guys have some wonderful holidays.
Thank you.
Spend it with family, the loved ones, and, take the time that you guys truly deserve after this horrendous news to just get yourself back to, where you need to be. And it's not all doom and gloom. Yes, 6,100 jobs have been lost, but as we mentioned a bit positively earlier, there will be plenty of opportunities for you guys out there. I hope you all land on your feet, you get your foot in the right company with the right door, and, it's your forever home going forward. Great one. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I bit starstruck in terms of that you've done 2 of my favorite DLCs from Destiny 1. It was like meeting my hero. I really, really appreciate getting to share this time with you. Sloop, as always, it's been a pleasure being on your podcast. From me and my community, I wish everybody happy holidays. Obviously, stay safe, and, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, follow-up thoughts, comments, concerns, etc. I'm happy to answer anything as I go through.
G, this is your second time on the show. I mean, we definitely fucking lit the midnight oil last time, man, and this time's no different. You're just like, a fountain of information. I mean, you have extensive, dev experience. I mean, you're still in the biz, and, for you to take the time out and, share those experiences and, and tolerate myself and, my finger pointing and, audacity, if you will. Thanks again for that tolerance. You're a saint in that regard. We discussed a lot, just like I mentioned with VP. You've gotten my experience and, rundown of, what I think is going on. And obviously VP, what are your closing thoughts on everything that we discussed today?
Him or me? I think you were talking towards me this time. I think you meant me instead of VP, because VP.
No, I said myself and VP. You heard what we had to say.
Oh, okay.
Tell us, what are your closing thoughts?
Well, first off, gentlemen, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's nice to sit down and, brainstorm. Everybody give their thoughts, respectful, honest, but firm. We all have ideals, and we all have mottos, and we have mantras. One of mine is be the change you want to see in the world. It's a huge one. The sheer lack of integrity that is being displayed right now, not only in the gaming industry, but in the entertainment industry as a whole, is something that's been forthcoming for a very long time. This is not, an overnight thing where this is going down. No, this has been built up over culmination, over culmination, over culmination, over culmination. This is literally something that once it's up, boom. Now, going forward, again, say this how I said it costs nothing to be a good person. These high-ranking officials need to be humbled massively to where the point they remember where they came from. Now, with that being said, the unionization is a huge thing. I do hope it goes into effect because, like you said before, it doesn't guarantee you a job placement or reassurance of your position. However, it does provide checks and balances to ensure that if you were let go, you were let go justly and fairly. You weren't just terminated with no reason and then provided some bullshit fucking reason. The unionization is going to help. Yeah. It's just, you know what sucks? It sucks that it's gotten to this point. I'll be honest with you. This blows, dude. This stings.
These are your closing thoughts, man. You fucking go off, dude.
This fucking stings. It stings hard because you have people out there that are so passionate, that really care. They care about their community. They care about their job. They care about the role they have. They wear many hats, and guess what? They go out there every morning, and they fucking rock this shit. It sucks that you're letting those people go, because guess what? Loyalty is something that's hard to come by nowadays. To find someone loyal of whatever the hell they do, you better hold on to that shit tighter than you can hold on anything else in your life, because you're never going to get that again. People aren't loyal anymore. The world is selfish. It's so angry. It's full of hate. And everybody just wants to, step on the other person. I do hope that everyone that has lost their position, they find solace and they find peace and they come to terms with what happened. Because a lot of them, it's going to leave a bad taste in their mouth, just like how it's done with us. We're not even the employees that got let go. And guess what? We're feeling for them. We're showing that empathy. We're showing that understanding because we can relate. We've all been there. I do hope that they find peace and that they enjoy their holiday season, because it sucks. Every time the holidays come up, it's always a shitstorm. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. It's always a shitstorm. Doesn't matter where you're at in the world. He's in the pond, and guess what? He's across the way, and he's going through the same bullshit we are here. And we're a couple thousand miles away, across the Atlantic, if you will. So I do hope that everyone has a safe and happy holidays. Sloop, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here. And as for you, good sir, VP, this is not the last time you and I are going to cross paths, because you definitely have a passion for what you do, and you truly take pride in everything you say and what you do with your community. So Godspeed. Thank you so much. I had a blast here. And everyone in chat, thank you for the questions. Thank you for your comments. I mean, people are still, chatting right now, and it's good to see, what we're doing in terms of spreading awareness.
Yeah.
That's all we can do right now. We can do nothing more than spread awareness.
That's
and
it.
By doing this, it gives people our thoughts. Hey, look, you have 3 different backgrounds, and we all came to a common ground. This is fucked. How do you fix it to reassure going forward nobody has to encounter this ever again? So, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And listen, I'm going to come, straight out of the fucking gates here and say, you know what? Double fuck you, Pete Parsons. Double fuck you to anyone that is in a leadership role that has fucking cut any one of the 6,100 fucking jobs that have dropped from this fucking past year or throughout the fiscal year in 2023. Yeah, double fuck yous, man, because you know what? That's what everybody's saying. That is the overall fucking sentiment. That is the fucking gut jerk, not just knee-jerk reaction, but that has been organically fucking festering, not just because you're putting out a game that's not meeting expectations, right? Not because you as a fucking corporation want to take a step and reduce staff because you don't feel that they're living up to fucking expectations. It's how you've gone about it. Not just you, but the entity and the identity of you facilitating a corporate fucking vision, value, and goal that at the end of the day, there's only fucking a handful of people that you answer to, and they consist of your fucking board of directors and your shareholders. So on behalf of the Destiny 2 community, Pete Parsons, you can double go fuck yourself, okay, man? Straight up. You have done nothing to fucking benefit the culture, the identity, the vision, values, and goals of everyone that have passionately dedicated themselves, not just since the onset of when Bungie was fucking created, but over the past fucking decade or Destiny has existed. You've stained it. It's irrevocable. It's irreplaceable. You'll never are gonna get that fucking secret sauce spark back ever again. It's gonna have to be something brand new, something that is truly innovative, that you have advertised time and time again, that's representative of the fucking studio. That is what you have to do with you yourself, pointing the finger at yourself, taking 110% accountability. And then furthermore, everyone else in the fucking C-suite, vice president, leadership role, down to the fucking guy sitting in the beanbag chair at fucking headquarters or working from fucking home, you also need to point the finger at yourself and hold yourself accountable, because not everyone is fucking innocent, baby. Some of the people that got let go probably weren't doing their job correctly, right? But overall, for the most part, it's not about a corporation cutting jobs. It's how you went about cutting jobs. It's how, after a fucking merger that was valued at almost $3.7 fucking billion, you decide and you publicly stated that this job security of your employees was safe. You publicly said that. And you created a culture of stability to uphold the vision, values, and goals of your entity, of your studio. And then you did the complete antithesis of that. And that mentality trickles down to everyone that participates in the game, where you have your game director coming out this year saying that this is the future of the fucking game. And less than a week later, he's giving a fucking apology, man. Because he's fucking lying, because he's misrepresenting the facts. And everyone that's working around them are misrepresenting each other. It's not just a pandemic of missed fucking revenue estimations. It's a pandemic of fucking stupidity and unaccountability for what you truly want to do. You can't say these are the vision values of the company and have double speak. It's not going to fucking work, man. It's not going to work. So on behalf of the entire Destiny 2 community, fuck you to everyone that was responsible for letting these people go. On behalf of the entire online gaming community, fuck you to all the upper management and studios that were responsible for letting your fucking employees go. Because I don't need to do the fucking research right now to know that how you went about it was not the right way. Just because it fits within the corporate outline of what you currently have fucking drafted, and that's what all the chicken heads around you are agreeing is the best path to take, doesn't mean it was the right path to take. And in fact, it's the absolute wrong fucking path to take. There is a systemic problem here that not just resonates with Bungie or other studios in the gaming industry or tech itself. It's all fucking facets of fucking business, right? You're just looking out for number one, man. And in this case, the CEO is just pandering to the board of directors and to the fucking shareholders, right? And at the end of the day, as long as they can sleep comfortably, that's all that fucking matters. And that's where we're fucking at, man. And that's where we're at. And those are my closing thoughts. My closing thoughts is that I'm angry as fuck, man. Right? I'm angry as fuck because being so passionate about the fucking game and the people that are involved in it, right, immediately makes me fucking think as to when I was fucked over and I was fucking fired, and all those emotions and shit are just fucking popping off right now. You know, if you've never had a fucking day in your life where you had to deal with any fucking ounce of adversity, right? Then how do you even fucking know? Maybe it's my bad for assuming that you could actually put yourself in the shoes of other fucking people. But when you're in a leadership role, that's what you have to do. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't run your fucking business in order to turn a fucking profit. But how much profit is enough, man? How much is enough where at the end of the fucking day, in this case, using Bungie as an example, that the 8% of these people is, you know, they're meaningless. They're not the right fit. right? But yet they're outstanding, amazing individuals that you hope land in a fucking in a new job. If they're such amazing individuals, Pete, then why were they let go in the first place? You see how that comes off? You see why people are calling you tone deaf, right? You see how people don't like you, Mr. or Mrs. CEO of corporation X, Y, and Z? You see how this fucking works? I know you do, but you don't give a shit, right? So until you prove to myself, the consumer, and the communities that are passionate about the products that you put out, until you start publicly showing and internally demonstrating that you actually give a fuck outside of the shareholders and the board of directors, then I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna call you out on every fucking opportunity that I have with every fucking capacity that I have. All right? But you know what? You know, and I know that what SloopGaming can do ain't fucking good enough, right? We talked about unionization. We talked about discussion. The grassroots movement, change happens when people start communicating and working together to overcome whatever that obstacle is, right? And the more people that start talking, it's gonna catch fire, man. It's gonna catch fire. If one union is popping up here, another union is gonna pop up there, and they're gonna start talking to each other. If one consumer doesn't like this, and they start seeing the truth for what it is, and how you're being fucking greedy and misrepresenting what your vision, values, and goals are, and how you're treating your employees, I don't give a fuck how much fun I'm having in the game. I'm not going to be a consumer of your product anymore. And then you're going to have to make another fucking fiscal adjustment at the end of the next quarter because that fire is catching on. And more people are going to be enlightened as to not just the shit product that you're putting out, but the shit statement and the complete misrepresentation of what your vision, values, and goals are. We mentioned it extensively in this show today, man. Be a fucking human being, right? Run your business and run your business well and turn a fucking profit, man. Do you make money? Buy that fucking house and car? Like that's what you're on the fucking path to do. But how much is how much at the expense of other people's lives? That is something that only you can answer, Mr. and Mrs. CEO. And I certainly hope you do it sooner than later. If not, your ass is going to get burnt by this fire of information and discussion that podcasts like this are the catalyst for, and ultimately the change that is going to be the cure for the pandemic that has occurred in the gaming industry, throughout tech, and throughout all of our lives. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Great one. Thank you so much. Venomous Panther, thank you so much. And to everyone out there, until next time, be safe, stay vigilant, and as always, may the light protect us all.